Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and it's time for a little Rails and Pipes pack here on the FTOG server. And this is the mob farm that I set up in the Nether, where you can see all these really cool resources around the side, and a little gas spawner down below. It works really nicely, but there isn't an equivalent in the overworld for overworld mobs, and so I was thinking that needs to change. Whoa. That's just funky. There we go. Into the water. Okay, let's get out of the water. This is where it matches to the overworld, and I figured it would be nice to have an overworld access. Spawn, I think, is behind me that away. Yeah, about 1,000 blocks. Anyway, the thing that I was thinking, because I wasn't sure how many people would have a safe trip over the Nether from the Nether spawner, that an overworld access would be good. But I'm thinking that I should repurpose this here for a mob spawner for the overworld. That's what I'm thinking. And there's a little bit more work done in this area to make it a mob spawning spot for the community. So let's go over what all's been done so far. I went ahead and I decided to anchor on this portal here, so people coming in. There's this room where, according to my test, there's going to be 12 main drops from the various mobs, so they'll be along the side. And you'll stand here in the center, or if you really want to, I've got a wooden pressure plate, which means you could drop an item on it, and that will trigger it until that item despawns. So that gives you time to go around and select some other things like this. Oh, unless your magnet picks it back up. But that way you can go through and grab stuff like this. I should have a little sign saying, please turn off your magnet. Nope, magnets really isn't going to matter here, because everything's going to be spitting out and the mobs are going to die over there. In fact, if we look over here, this is going to be the mob spawning area. I figured a pretty good amount with this. Little split here, they're going to go down that direction or this direction, and then get redirected down to this area, which is going to be the killing zone. But I've got a little cliff face here in the way, so I need to chew this down. And one of the things that's going to be somewhat of a frame killer, we've got these islands up here that seem to massively hit my frames when I'm in. I did go through and remove some of the water that pours out of them, and then further down over there I lit up the land, but it's all over water here. I'm not sure if that light is a problem. No mob spawning, anything like that. Anyway, I need to finish this off and then cap this area out here. And this is my chest of goodness that I'm going to be using in here. Lots of building blocks, the big mesa sort of areas nearby that I've been using to get that. I'm going to be using the mob crushers from Industrial Foregoing to chop up the mobs. And testing in the single player world, it looked like having 2 would be sufficient to kill all the mobs that spawn here. Probably because this is a multiplayer as opposed to a single player, we're not going to get different mob caps. But I still think 2 is going to work nicely just for overkill purposes. And then, similar to what I did before, I'm going to be using the XNet controller to route the stuff around. Some of the stuff is going to get placed into the storage drawers, but the highest priority is to route them all into these precision droppers. Precise droppers from Cyclic, because they spit them up. And currently I have them all set so they require a redstone pulse, which means you need to stand here to do this. And then it's going to... A 40 tick delay means it's every other second it'll spit out a stack. Some of the rare stuff, probably not a full stack, but like gunpowder bones, that sort of thing, yeah, it'll spit out entire stacks for that. And then I use the little microforge stuff to have a little ramp here going up. Alrighty, so that stuff going on there. What else? Oh yeah, we're going to get some mob essence, which we're pretty much never going to use, but you know, we're going to be generating it. It would be nice to actually hold on to it. Anything that's overfills this will get trashed. Likewise, anything that I don't need will get trashed. The armors and things, and I'll process those through. Fortune add-ons and range add-ons to improve this, and then a redstone on-off, which is what this is going to do. Because once I cap this, I have a whole bunch of redstone lamps that will actually put enough light in here to turn this off. And that way, unless you or something is right here, this will be off. I do have a chunk loading board here to go ahead and keep this all loaded. You know, it gives a chance for you to actually drop something on there and go away, but I'm not 100% sure. I may yank that, but for right now, I just want to have this 3x3 area loaded for me. Anything else I need to talk about here? I'm going to be using these connectors and cables to access all of this stuff here, and that should work very nicely. However, that because of the nature of the way this is set up, I'm going to be in the water, so I don't know how much I'm going to have that exposed. I'll probably make for me a water breathing potion when I do that. And then, you got to have legs to hold this stuff up. Yeah, can't have it just floating on water. That's just silly. All right, so I need to chop off this section here and then put in the ceiling and lay out a whole bunch of wiring. And now there's all 4 walls and a ceiling, which is pretty cool. Let's go take a look. Oh. You want to see something? I'll show you something. And the lights go out. Except right there where I've got some lights leaking in, but I'll fix that. But all the lights go out, and then when you get off of this, the lights go back on. All right, so let's go show. I decided to have some outer entrances, so if you come and run up to this area, you can actually get in, or if you're done doing all the stuff that you need and you want to fly away or run away, you can do that too. And decided to have a little fun with the slabs, just kind of break it up so it's not so blocky. Anyway, what we got here using the red alloy wire. There we go. I was drawing a blank, and the redstone lamp that I stood on with the pressure plate, that has the RF Tools transmitter hooked up to it, that when it gets power, it comes into here, turns this on, which flips this bit, and that turns off. And that's why all the lights go off. And it's pretty fast. There's no repeaters. That's why I went with this, because, again, no repeaters. It's pretty nice. I can also come in here and just turn this on, and everything's on regardless of whether or not anybody's standing there. But I don't want to do that. I want to actually have this come off. Oh, let me show you this stuff over here. Temporary access. I'm going to seal this up when it's all said and done. And light is leaking up through here. That's a facade, and that's why the light's going through. And I'll get rid of the lights. Nothing will spawn down here because the mega torch up there will go ahead and turn this off. Anyway, similar to how I set it up with the Nether farm, I'm using the XNet controller to move things around. I find that having the power source right next to the controller is a very handy thing, even though it is configured so that the power comes out and can go around to power up everything. The grinders up above are being powered through through the cables. So let's take a look at how we programmed it. Very first one is power, and we go all the way down. It's being extracted. That should be an insert. All right, so it's being extracted from the power cell, and then it's being inserted into the controller and the mob crusher and that mob crusher. And actually, I should also insert it into all the rest of these because they need power as well. Although, I'm not really using them right now, so I don't need to do all 12 of them. I'll do that later. Now, the next channel I have configured for fluids because the mob crushers produce mob essence as it squeezes them down, which is loads of fun. So this mob crusher and that mob crusher, I'm extracting from each of them, and then it's inserting it into the trash can, the fluid trash can, because you always want to handle all your fluids. Items too, but right now we're talking fluids. Priority 0, and if we, yep, there it is. Here is the demonically gargantuan drum, even bigger. That has an insert of 100, so it'll go into the drum first, and when that is full, then it just gets voided, because that's the way we're going to do it. The number 3, this channel is items. So right now, and I named it to drawer, so it is going here to this drawer controller first. Now if we scroll down, we're gonna, okay, I've got 3 of these controllers, connectors. I've got 3 of them on each of these mob crushers because I want to grab the items as fast as I can. I don't want anything just lingering around. Nope. So all 3 of them, and they're all set up to extract a stack worth. So as fast as they can, they will take care of the stuff there. And then they will insert at priority 100 into the drawer controller and priority 0 into the chest, which allows me to take some stuff out of here, set these up, and lock them to specific items. And I'm only going to really need these 3, I think, for specific items. This may be a few other overflowy things, but I'm going to be needing some stuff from these the random drops that zombies and skeletons give of armor and tools. That's what this is for. And then I've got, so we already got the gargantuan drum up there. There's the fluid. And then this is the trash can. What I need to do is set this up so that I can trash items. But I need to program in here. I need to go ahead and program, here's my thing, an insert, and I need to put the items here to make that work. So let's go ahead and delete. Otherwise, it'll just trash everything. I don't want to trash everything. Although, if I'm inserting, I should be going into, yeah, priority 100. So if it can't go into there, it then goes into the trash can, which means that I do want some void upgrades here because I'm only going to be trashing that extra weird stuff. Bows and stuff like that. The rest of it will be trashed with this. Anyway, I need to go ahead and actually kick this off. So let's... Oh, I love that. That is fun to do. And I have my magnet off, and of course it's raining. Let's come on over to here, and let's drop on down. I'm dropping. Yes, there we go. And I took my magnet off so I can just toss something on there. Lights are off. There goes the mobs. Hot diggity dog. So what this means is I can figure out the stuff that is coming in. So yeah, see all that stuff coming in? Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Bow, that is another one of those things that I'm looking for. Ender Pearl, I want to keep. So this, okay, here's where I need to stop the stuff because I don't want to have the stuff coming in while I'm doing this. There we go. I could, but I don't like to. And so let's come here to the trash. We're going to set up the first trash. And the priority, you know, let's make this highest priority. So it'll trash these items first. And here's a bow. And since I've got it set up so that it will, I think these are off by default. So it doesn't care about the or dictionary, not that this matters, metadata and NBT stuff, so spells and damage is being ignored by this. And so that should get picked up and any bow should get tossed into there. And now this, I want to go ahead and pick up the stuff. Let's see, rotten flesh. Let's go ahead and put the rotten flesh there. You are the funky extra bits that you need for the reliquary. I'm just going to shove those over here. Nothing should be in here. Good. So let's grab these. Get that out of the way. Oh, I've got a reliquary thing. There we go. Let's go ahead and I don't want to lock things yet, but I do want to have the count in place. So let's go ahead and do that. And we can actually trash the bow. So that will go ahead and work very, very nicely. We've got these things in place. We just need to get a few more. And, oh, hey, it's night. So I can get rid of the rain, because that's annoying. There, I'm recording stuff. Go away, rain. Oh, turn that back off. Everything should be coming in. Yep, stuff is pouring in. Good, that's what I'm looking for. So I need to, if I remember, there's 12 things that I'm specifically looking for that are mob drops. I don't think that is one of them. But definitely we want these items. Not 100% sure about that one, but anyway, I want to go ahead and have these come in, and you know, while I'm doing it, I might as well turn the entire farm on so it'll go faster. Snowball? Oh, we've got one of those cold biomes. So, oh, interesting. I may have to trash that, but in any case, I'm gonna go ahead and use the rest of my drops of evil to turn off get the farm going and get this all filled up and hopefully programmed with all the armors and whatnot cred stuff that we don't need. I think I have everything programmed except for one, but I'm really confused. Well, okay, I'm not really confused. I'm puzzled in that I've gotten bows from the skeletons and an iron sword and shovel, but I've not gotten any of the armors. And I figured sugar and snowballs, they can just go. I don't care about them. In my testing in the single-player world, I was getting all sorts of armor, gold armor, leather armor, chain, and iron armor, which, you know, they do drop, but I'm wondering if that's been tweaked on the server so we aren't getting those. Yep, nothing in here. Things are flying in just fine. I did get a creeper trophy, so that's very nice. But yeah, I'm looking at this and going, yeah, this looks like it's working. Okay, one additional thing, I made the channel 4, and I went through and I renamed the connectors. Because if you right-click on the connector, you can give it a name, and I renamed them so that I could come in here and see gunpowder, bones, spider eye, sticks, etc. And I went through and I set this up so that they are whitelisting, in this case, gunpowder, bones, spider eye, etc. So they're all appearing in there. What I need then is, there's the controller. I need an extract from here. So let's go ahead and extract stack, and yep, I can see the stuff is going down a whole bunch. So that should, if everything is configured right, everything should be filled up as much as it can. Let's come over here. I didn't do a little tweak in that because the stinking pigmen come through here. I put this lapis glass, which will make him fall. Any mobs will fall in there, and those are punji sticks at the bottom to kill them. And I'm hoping they don't sneak over the edge, because if they do and they walk over these things, they will trigger, which is really annoying. Let's see, that one, bones, spider eye, precious sticks. Not much redstone or that. Feathers, glowstone, lots of arrows, decent amount of ender pearls. And so, yep, that's all working. There we go. We'll let that stop. Oh, I should do one other thing. And while we're here, let me gather up everything. I'll break that. Yep, that should work. There should be enough room. Oh, I'm taking these because with this, I can make the cave spider fragments and the spider charm fragments that I want to complete my collection of charms so I don't get bit by stuff. And let's pillar up out of here. And now that should be nice and dark. Oh, Night's falling. Let's come over and take a quick gander. Down we go. Spit. Better. There's something still lighting that up, but I kind of like that because it means that you can see these guys flying through a little bit better, which is it's good. It means there's a few little bits there that are not dark enough for things to spawn. I don't care. It's good enough. Needs a sign in here, maybe a sign right there of, you know, stand in the center to trigger this. I'm standing here in the center. There we go. Trigger. Boom. That'll work. Cool. Okay, so that's working. Let's go home. Oh. And over here, I've been working on a few things. It's my standard area over in this area. Oh, yeah, I decided to put some of the Ender Lily seeds around just for fun. And over here, I had a whole bunch of chests, the gold chests for storage, and I didn't want it here. This is bedroom. I need to do some bibliocraft or some other stuff to make dresser drawers and whatnot and fun stuff. But you know, where'd all my stuff go? Well, I like sneaky blocks. Don't tell anybody. I figured I'd set up a little storage area over here. It's not 100% done, but all the various ores I've got. Oh yeah, my coal is done, and that's not a bad amount of diamond and emeralds there, so that's very good. Anything that can stack is now being set up to stack. And there's plenty of slots. Most of these haven't been upgraded. And then I've got the floor of gold chests so that I can come in here. Here's my various blocks. Actually, I should get rid of everything first. There we go. Double click. So everything that could go away has gone away. And I'm hoping that shortly I'll be able to do something cool with all that. Now I got to remember where everything is, but those go there. Random treasury bits, we'll stick that there. So, you know, I'm just shoving stuff around. Nope, this one right here. Yep, I've got a few of these celery. Whatever. And anyway, so I will put all that stuff away. Oh, needed some stuff to rename. But yep, things are going nicely with that. And like I said, hoping things will work better. And it's night, which is good because there's a good lesson. When you set up your nether portals, you need to make sure that they're always set up correctly. Otherwise, if they're misaligned, yeah, you might get some problems going on. Yeah, we've got a little nether problem here, which is not so good, but I'm just going to have to leave it alone for right now. But you know, it does glow very nicely from a distance. So, yeah. That was done by Belzadar on the server. He came by and he said, "Oh, I see you've got a problem." And I looked at it, oh yes, I do. That is a problem. But that looks really cool. I love that. Anyway, this is all done. That has done all the work. So I have 3 areas. These 2 magnetite, and then this one coal vein. And I'm not sure, maybe this one, cassiterite, it's tin, nickel, I'm not sure. But need to move that about. And yeah, I think things are going well. You can see how I've got the same sort of nether portal thing to stop the stinking pigment from coming through. And got some spreading Botania grass down here. Just right through there is the bottom part of this Botania area where all my mana storage is. And these guys have come through and occasionally bitten down the grass, and it's spread from there, and then occasionally it's just spreading around. So yeah, he's redecorating my base, which is silly. And there's a torch. There's not supposed to be any torches here. Ha. Okay, better. No torch. Anyway, so I like how I still have lots of room for going deeper in my ravine, which is cool. And I've got some plans of things to do. I shouldn't just poke with my blaster because I'll just not what I wanted to do. But that's why I didn't want to do it. Anyway, so I'm rambling. Anyway, I'm having a blast with getting this set up, and I'm glad to have my storage hiding over there and a really good place for doing mob spawning, which means the people on the server can have a spot for mob drops. And I think I may AFK for a bit just to fill it up and see if any of the other weird drops appear. But, you know, that's what we're doing. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here, playing on the Rails and Pipe pack on the FTOG server. And thanks for watching. Bye.